Engine module online.
Alright. So, back into Spacebourne 2.
Warp drive online.
This is going to be the proper level. We want to pick it here. This is a dungeon. Pits are also dungeons, but they're creatures, and I haven't really dealt with them much at all.
The surface align process is completed, waiting for the thruster input.
So there's been a lot of changes in this game since I last played a year ago. This is one of them. What I'm going to do here is, if it's the proper level, we're just going to farm the first level. Because how we change the dungeons is, once you go into the first level and go through the elevator to the second level, you can never go back to that first level again. What we're going to do is cheat that, so we can farm the first level over and over and over again. And if you go down to the second level, you can do the same thing. The key is just don't go through the elevator. Yeah, 19 to 23, this will work. Whoops. Just don't go through the elevator to the next level. Another thing they added is, in faction, you have your Alpha Squad. These are the wingmen that a year ago they had, but you had to build them up or something. You start off with 4 right off the bat. I highly recommend, the minute you get a chance to have this, grab 5 members out of the army, send them to this, put them on freelance missions, and let them go. Because then they'll build up their stats, and as soon as they're your level, stick them in your Alpha Squad. Because then you can do all these males, and these ones get you the people. He also changed how this happens. You're doing an at level or slightly below level email here to get people. The final boss is some unbeatable carrier with drones or missile boat or something. There's a way to cheat all this too, but you can't do it alone. And I have better guns now. This is a completely different game. I have better guns now than in my old videos. These are the ones, just like Alpha Squad, these are your ground squad. So if I go and hit F1 here, there's my ground squad. Alright, let's go, guys, because I think all these people are inside this building. So, we have floor 1, floor 2, bosses at floor 3. We're going to go into floor 1. Alright, you guys, you're all here.
Nova Squad.
Yes.
Return to ship, because you
Return
screwed
to your
up.
ship.
Roger that.
Because 2 are stuck in the elevator. There you are. Let's go, guys. You can't, like... so F1, it's just fire at will,
Assume
or
defensive positions.
Affirmative.
that.
Nova Squad. Fire at will.
Yes, roger that.
And then control gives us a map. Oh, there's no doors on this thing. Go get him. Now, if I go down this elevator... Crap. Alright, this should still work. I'm not sure, because I didn't want that elevator. I want this, which is just ammo. I'm not sure if it's going to work now. Alright, so we got to go all the way back to the original elevator. Come on. Okay, see, I screwed up. and I accidentally touched the other elevator door. If you don't touch the other elevator door, you can go immediately back to floor 1. Everything will be reset. But I screwed up, so we're going back to the ship, wherever that is. And we'll do a mail mission real quick, and I'll show you how to cheat those with your Alpha Squad. There's also another issue with this particular view. Now, the only thing I can figure that makes it happen is if you hit Control 8, Control 6, and 4, and 2. It does that. But we go all the way up here. You notice it's not quite centered anymore? And we come all the way back. It's off to the left. Now it's not centered anymore. I've had this ship go all the way over here, and it's impossible to play that way. So what we have to do to fix this... Oh God, I don't think a market will have it. You need to go to a place where you can change ships. Alright, another bug that exists that still exists and has forever is if you have cargo up here more where you can merge it all, don't merge. There's a good chance, not a good, but a possible chance you're just going to lose everything. So you're doing one of those mail missions, it's a boss fight, you got 3 crates there and you merge it together and you spent 5-10 minutes in the boss fight and you lose all the cargo. Kind of sucks because you merged it. Should be right out here. I don't know why I'm floating. That's prisoners, that's ammo. Here it is, ship hangar. So, I'm gonna call the ship. I'm gonna call the original ship you start out with. Alright, now, last time I went out and checked the view in the other ship, and it was corrected, then came down here and swapped it. So now, let's see if we want to call that ship, which is the second free ship you get, and run out here. See if our view is fixed. Whoa! Yep, and now our view is fixed. Alright. One final thing is I'll show you how I cheese these very difficult mails. And you never know if it's going to be a difficult one or a non-difficult. I've had mails that have been, well... You gotta help us. Level 16, T2... T1, T4, the higher the tech, the harder it's gonna be. Let's do is T1, 215. What are you gonna give me for it? 4 more people? Alright. 565 power. Alright, where are we going? 215.
Calibration completed.
Alright, now there's
the thruster input.
another thing. And that's about these up here. If you go to settings, interface, disable long shadows, I have it on. Now you notice these are all blurry and gross looking. So we go back to settings, interface, disable long shadows. Static game HUD just makes those bars stay put. And now they're nice and clear. There has been a post on the Steam forum about the blurry icons. If you're doing one of these things, and you have
no signal found.
You have all the little dots and you're sending out the mergers and the boosters and stuff. If you're doing that and you do something like that, it completely kills what you're doing here. Invalidates it. So don't do that. And let's cheese this. Now,
Calibration module
it's
activated.
important to note,
Calibration completed.
the reason I do
Waiting for the
this
thruster
is because
input.
every single ship is aiming for the player. They don't aim for the AI. My wingman, which I should probably get. There we go. They don't aim for these people. They all aim for you. So I put my shields at max. My speed is max. And I'm just gonna haul butt straight forward. And leave the AI, because the AI, every time, if you put them in cover formation or attack formation, the minute you get to your destination, they're at fire at will anyways. Come on, go. Keep your finger on X, they're going to be launching missiles at you. And the AI gets confused, so if you can, which I can't. Alright, that should be far enough. Yeah. And then you just sit back here and let your squad take care of everything.
Alpha Squad. Break.
And of course they're not doing anything this time.
Attack formation.
Because fuck man, I always screw everything up. I called them in warp, so they're not even here. Alright.
Alpha Squad. Warp away.
And this is what you can do also. Because instead of being in a big ass ball and all attacking you at once, even with your wingmen, you can fly past. They'll separate. Like we can go get this guy right now. And not aggro any of these. But when these guys come back, I'm going to show you a little something you can do to salvage this mess. Alright. Let's do a F1,
attack formation.
F1. Now, attack that target.
Attack to my target.
And they're going to take this target out, and then they'll be close enough to just speedball through the rest of those. And if a pod pops, it'll pop right here. And if cargo drops, it'll be there, but you can still grab it. And now they've taken that one out. Now they're going to take this one out. And if you look over here, they hardly ever get touched. The only time I've seen them, this guy had to warp away. These guys were getting their asses kicked. Was because it was the Freeman Lancer advancement mission. Like 15 fighters, and you end up in the ball of that. And man, we got our asses kicked hard. But I did this technique, and you can go wash dishes or something when this is going on. And we got them no problem. And I had this exact same problem, so as soon as they spread out, I targeted, send a target, and then they speedballed. Well, not speedballed, but they were able to get to the rest of the fleets. So that contract's completed. Okay, now there's a couple problems with planets, which is pretty much why I just farm pickets.
Warp drive online.
Let's see if I can get both of them reproduce here. We'll just generally get down to the planet. We're gonna hit here. You notice we can call hover bike. And our hover bike is here. You notice we can also call ship, and the ship will move to where we're at. And by the way, don't call the ship standing next to the hover bike, because your hover bike may blow up. But you can still call another hover bike. So let's see if I can get this to break. And there are creatures. Kind of pointless. None of this is gonna... Yeah, all this kind of loot will be my level. Alright, what do you want? No, what do you want? Alright, I'll locate your document. This is gonna be a problem. Now the problem is, if you kill all... There it is, the crate's there. Right there. That's our target. Still there. This is the first time it's ever worked. Nope. Now it's gone. So I can't complete this quest now. The forums have it, if you kill everybody, then it disappears. I'm missing somebody up there, but it's still disappeared. That's why I don't do these quests here. Now, let's get the hover bike back and do the other fatal, awful bug. Go ahead and call it. Oh yeah, we're in combat. Whoa. Well, this is different. Better call my ship over here. No, I can't. This is a form of the bug. I can't call my ship anymore. Usually when this happens, the hover bike disappears. It will fake you out and it'll say it's up here so far, and so you fly up to it and then get within like 300 meters and it ends up going way over here. And so your ship is currently 9,900 meters that way. This is the first time the hover bike is actually stuck around. And it's still usable, but I'm getting my point across. Usually when this happens, you'll hear a splash. Your hover bike will just go crazy, and you'll be on the ground, and it disappears. You won't be able to contact your ship up here. And then you can't use your hover bike, and you have to figure out where your ship is and do this all the way back to your ship, and your ship will still be there because you can't call the hover bike and you can't call your ship again. So those are the bugs that I've noticed, new ones and ongoing ones from 1.05 or 1.50 onward. Up, and we're at 4.2 now. Because I'm gonna continue the story missions now. These are just things that you're gonna encounter in this current release of the game. Just in general, as you go through the story and you go through the game. And they need to be fixed.